Listen with curiosity. Speak with honesty. Act with integrity. The greatest problem in communication is we don't listen to understand. We listen to reply. When we listen with curiosity, we don't listen with the intent to reply. We listen for what's behind the words. That's according to Roy T. Bennett in The Light in the Heart. Good day everyone, I'm Teacher Roxanne and welcome back to my channel. Well, the question, why do we communicate, has been asked for several times in books, in speeches, in blogs, in vlogs. For human beings, communication is a way to affect action and reaction. We give our peace, we encourage, we motivate, we persuade, we express. Therefore, communication is a part of our social activity. This social activity is pursued verbally through speech, reading and writing, and non-verbally through body language. It may already be a common knowledge that communication vary in form and means. In the present situation that has started in 2019, the pandemic pushed academic institutions to devise ways to continue the teaching and learning process. So the use of online communication has become a common means. Although we should not forget that information is disseminated and learning is transferred via books, newspapers, radio, television, and the like. Why is communication important? Resolving disputes. If the subject matter is not communicated effectively, then each side would compete and strive to win, leading to a dispute. Disputes may take various forms such as disagreements, debate, argument, controversy, conflict, etc. If neither side feels that they are being understood by the other, disputes can build up until they become practically irresolvable. Good communication ensures that everyone understands what the other person wants and that compromises can be reached. Knowledge. We are able to acquire knowledge, learn skills, facts, and things thanks to communication. An instructor with good communication skills will impart understanding of the theoretical and practical aspects of various subjects to the learners. We communicate with others, and our teachers, mentors, friends, and families communicate with us. This is how we get to learn and accumulate knowledge. Building genuine friendship and relationships. A good friendship is all about truly getting to know and trust the other person. Being able to communicate your feelings, interests, and plans is very helpful here. That way, you will be able to ask them to support when you are stressed, share your joy with them when something good happens, and make plans with them for the future as well. How would we build a relationship with someone if we do not have the ability to communicate our thoughts to them? We build and cultivate relationships with others through communication. Sharing of emotions and feelings, a sense of belongingness. Human beings are fragile and in almost constant need of a friendly listener to our feelings and emotions. Responses such as love, affection, compassion, care, passion, desire, devotion, happiness, loneliness, tenderness, etc. If we did not have our friends and families to share our deepest fears and secrets with, if we didn't have the ability to communicate, the world would be a different place. Businesses exist because of communication. Business would simply not be possible without communication. If there was no communication, there would be no way to share goods and services. No big business deals can ever happen unless the benefits are successfully conveyed. The buyer of a product or service conveys his desire to the seller, while the seller informs the prospective buyer of the price. When they agree, the deal materializes. Therefore, business itself would not exist in no way, shape, or form without communication. Brand promotion. Advertising is considered an effective mode of communicating to prospective consumers. If you want customers to buy your products, it is essential that you are able to communicate your brand message to them. This will result in increased sales. Persuasion. One important aspect of communication is being able to persuade people to do things. Whether you want to encourage others to donate to a charity you work for, or simply to persuade children to do the dishes, good communication skills will really help, as this will enable you to explain to other people what the advantages are of your suggested course of action. It helps us express ourselves in a clear fashion. No one would know who we are, what we think, or how we feel if we do not have the ability to communicate. Communication is what helps us represent who we are to the world. Pleasurable experience. Human beings would be unable to feel the sensation of pleasure if their desires are not fulfilled, and this is done through communication. We feel pressure thanks to communication. Satisfy our needs and getting a good deal. If you can communicate well with your boss, you will have better chance of promotion. Build up a good rapport with the market stallholder, and chances are they will put the price down for you. Communicating confidently, politely, but firmly is also very useful when you need to make a complaint about a product or service, and when you need to get your money back from the store. And so now let's talk about globalization. Globalization is a term used to describe the increasing connectedness and interdependence of world cultures and economies. Globalization also captures in its scope economic and social changes that have come about as a result. It may be pictured as the threads of an immense spider web formed over millennia, with the number and reach of these threads increasing over time. People, money, material goods, ideas, and even disease and devastation have traveled these silken strands and have done so in greater numbers and with greater speed than ever in the present age. This is according to the National Geographic Channel. Cameron sees globalization as the ongoing integration of the world economy. For Gannon, globalization refers to the increasing interdependence among national governments, business firms, non-profit organizations, and individual citizens. From an anthropological perspective, globalization is worldwide interconnectedness evidenced in global movements of natural resources, trade goods, human labor, finance capital, information, and infectious diseases. That's according to Hilton. The common theme resonating in these definitions is connectedness. It has become increasingly difficult to live life without being affected by other people's opinions and actions. This connectedness, which constitutes the core of globalization, is the product of growth in world trade and the business activity that accompanies it. Dramatic improvements in telecommunications, ease of data storage and transmission, and increased facility and opportunity for business and leisure travel. Globalization has come forward to make access to information easier and faster. Courses of lessons are readily available online. There is the search engine, ebooks, educational videos, manuals, and the like. In the advent of technology, people all over the world have been exposed to diverse cultures and perspectives because it allows sharing not only of content but also of cultures. For instance, I tutor students from various locations: Canada, US, Dubai, and China. As these students accomplish their tasks for a certain lesson in English, they could possibly integrate their own culture and environment in the process. Undoubtedly, globalization has already impacted communication in a wide range of aspects. Ethical and cultural difference can still lead to misunderstandings. Over the last decade, there have been countless examples from the business sector that demonstrate how poor communication can lead to poor organizational performance. Understanding the impact of globalization on cross cultural communication is imperative for organizations seeking to create a competitive advantage in the global market. Recent economic challenges further highlight the need for organizations to develop the internal communication capacity necessary to control and monitor external threats. As society becomes more globally connected, the ability to communicate across cultural boundaries has gained increasing prominence. Planning for travels, purchasing, strategic planning, and education are coordinated via technology. Products and services have reached global standards in terms of marketing. However, with the advancements in technology, organizations must still be cognizant of the cultural nuances that can potentially present obstacles in trying to increase profits and market share. According to Genevieve Hilton, cultural proficiency doesn't mean memorizing every culture nuance of every market. It's knowing when to listen, when to ask for help, and when, finally, to speak.